Good morning, Winnipeg, Canada, the world. We're here at 65 Albert Street, Soul Gallery. I'm here to introduce the artist of the hour, Holly-Ann Friesen. Before I hand the mic over to her, I'm going to say that we had a fabulous opening reception on Thursday night. We have many red dots. This artist is exemplary in creating her landscapes, whether it's lake country or our prairies. I'm just so thrilled to have Holly at Soul Gallery. And with that, I will simply hand the mic over to you, Holly.
The title of the show is called Grounded. I started thinking about, I like to have an overreaching theme to tie everything together. So I chose grounded, thinking about grounded theory and how what we see could be grounded in memory and experience. So that's why I took a step back to my growing up on the prairies. I've visited the lakes that I've lived on and the trees that I've gone on many walks in, living in northwestern Ontario. And so that's what the meaning of the title is. I've grounded my experience in the collection and the exhibit and the grouping of work, but I want the viewer to interject their experiences and memories into these pieces as well and enjoy it that way. So the exhibit started with me thinking about the past and revisiting some old subject matter. So I grew up on the prairies, and having the opportunity to show my work in Winnipeg, I wanted to bring some of that history into the show. This is one of the pieces I started off with, classic large skies, warm glow to the prairie. I looked at some old pictures from when I grew up in the 70s and really tried to capture that golden glow that those images had and those happy memories. So while the exhibit has several prairie pieces, I revisit sunflowers, which is one of the images I started off with 20 some years ago when I was starting my art career. I also have some Kenora with a nod to some of the work and studies I did in my 20s. And a lot of fields that I grew up around. But having said that, I became an artist in northwestern Ontario, and I still have a little bit of water, a little bit of trees, and that forest light in the exhibit as well. Okay, I get asked all the time about the red in my paintings. So I do have a couple of paintings here with a hit of red. There's a couple of different answers, but it has to do with how the light plays with the red background. But for examples like this, where I have like touches of red like this, you don't see this in northwestern Ontario. Northwestern Ontario is very gold and soft in the fall and lovely and warm. But every once in a while, on a walk or at the side of the road, you see this little hit of color. It's usually a bit more rusty, but it gives you this little bit of energy that you didn't expect and a little bit of excitement to the forest in the more relaxing setting that normally exists. So I play it up a little bit. It's not a realistic color of red in the forest I would be walking through, but it is the same idea, just giving that energy, and I'm just boosting that energy a little bit with the types of reds that I use and choose for the forest scenes.